Right. Game number 2 here on the show court. Kingbourgh taking on Penguin. Kingbourgh in the white, Penguin in the blue. Referees Nick Draper and who's won the Woolcocks. We'll make sure we get to that shortly. Meanwhile, Deegan, now Nyhouse. So Pawson, all getting moved around through set hands. Deegan puts it up, who's been playing footy with Glenorchy. Nearly went down hard on that opening trade. Now Eaton puts up the 2 and gets it to go. So nice start there by Penguin, who get the first scoring underway here. So Klapsis. Now looking in for Strasmo. It was well read there by Eaton. Now quickly up the floor once again here. So Bragg. Down low to Richards. Richards working his way in. Nice turnaround move and gets the shot to go. So interesting start already. So Pawson puts it to the floor, looking for Nyhouse once again. And his turnaround hook shot is good. And it gets Kingston underway with their scoring. So Richards, now he's Eaton. Now if he gets his 3 going, look out. Meanwhile, he went for the drive. Zach White went for a drive. He drew a foul and he'll go to the line for 2. So Zach White at the line, of course, played most of his basketball with Penguin this year, and of course the Hobart Chargers. Of course, the NBL 1 South season was cancelled in the end due to all the border restrictions and the current pandemic that we're in at the moment. And no, Zach White was pivotal for the Hobart Chargers this year, one of the veteran players, and certainly a veteran of this Penguin team, who's certainly one of the leaders on this team. So Klapsis now to Pawson. So Pawson working his way through. Goes with the float. I think he tapped it twice before anything else. Strasma for 3 is short. Can he save it? He can. He's done well. He goes up to the 3rd row and then a foul on Klapsis. We'll see Penguin get it back. Jacob Richards stating his case to referee Nick Draper. Of course, we'll mic up the referees a little bit later on in the day. Of course, our second game here. So Beveridge as well too. So Joel Beveridge can shoot lights out as well too if he gets on song. Good pass into wide off the 2-man game and good play there by Penguin. Of course, Coach Mal Beveridge would be very happy with his team start at the moment. Strasma puts it to the floor, goes over Richards, can't get that one to go either, so he gets his own rebound, goes for seconds and Bragg reaches in. And so always some interesting words exchanged. James Dean, of course, a former Northwest boy, as well too. We'll know a few of these players. Pawson for 3, just long on that one. Rebound there by Beveridge as we're quickly up the floor here. So Beveridge goes himself and gets the 2 to go. So an 8-2 run here for Penguin, really getting the Jets going early here. Kingbourgh may need to call time out here. So Pawson now pulls up. Can't get that to go. Rebound by White. Bragg, he's Beveridge, thought about it, and then a bit of an overplay. You see Richards puts it to the floor and steps through the gap, but can't get the 2 to go. I won't be happy with that one. Here's Klapsis, good pass in the Nyhouse, rejected by Richards. Get that out of here, he says. Now Bragg quickly up the floor, wraparound pass for Eden for the 3. Nearly showtime here at the Kingbourgh Sports Centre. Meanwhile, Deegan with the ball. The ball right now, double team by Beveridge and Bragg. Ball now to Klapsis. Deegan tries his luck from range and it's nothing but net. Ball getting moved through sets of hands here for the Penguin Blues. So Bragg puts it to the floor. Kick out pass. Here's Beveridge open for three and just flat on the shot. White able to retrieve it. Richards down low. One-on-one with Strassman. The two former teammates go at it. I think Strassman might have won that one there. Caleb National going to check in along with Ambrose Gusto. A couple of local players here. Now Deegan, and he travelled. So substitutions being made. Jalen Beveridge coming in for Joel Beveridge. Ambrose Augusta coming in for Zach White. Caleb Nash coming in for James Deegan. So a few substitutions as we're ticked on the first 4 minutes here of the first quarter, coming to you from the Kingbourgh Sports Centre by our West Coast Sport Connection YouTube channel. So Eaton finds an opening into Beveridge. Good play and just good work there by Penguin just to open up the defence and just allow them to find their way to the basket very easily on that play. Claps is putting on some moves, tries to go to Nyhouse. So Nash to restart. And then poor pass there, but Bragg able to cut that one off. Bragg to Augusta. Augusta can't get it to go. Nyhouse with the rebound. So everyone either with some jitters here in this first quarter, or I don't know what it is. Collapses, finds his way to the hoop. Go to line for two. So plenty happening around the courts as well too. Again, a nice little decent crowd in. There's Clapper at the line. Gets the first one to go. And can't get the second one to go, so 1 or 2 there. Meanwhile, he gets a chance to go for three and makes no mistake about it. Gets the three to go. Now we're back to a 2-point ball game. 11-9 is our scoreline. After a good quick start by Penguin, Kingbourgh would have been able to fight back here and get it back into a basket. So ball now with Bragg. So Bragg putting some moves on, goes up, rejected by Pawson. Good work. Now Strassma, as we're quickly up the floor here to Collapses for back-to-back triples, and all of a sudden the game just swings around like that, and now Kingbourgh with a 1 point lead. 4.5 remaining here. As a few of the Launceston boys are joining us near the commentary area of the section. Hello, Thomas. As they're all wanting to come right near the action up here. Meanwhile, Bragg puts it to the floor. No, you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. As all the Launceston boys just asking if they're going to be in shot. They won't be. Now foul on the play. It's going to be on Fraser Eaton. Some more substitutions being made. Joel Beveridge is going to come back in along with Zach White. So Coach Mal Beveridge deciding to bring back his starters after a quick run there by Kingbourgh. Jordan Strassma coming in as well too. Who's having a rest there? Thomas Nyhouse having a rest. So ball with Collapses. Trying to... Good work. Good defensive play there by Augusta. Ball getting kicked around. Pawson at the corner for two. Just can't get it to go. Good rebound by White. Now up the floor once again here. Bragg has got the Jets on. Tries to go to Beveridge, but then a quick foul on the play. That will be assessed on Mason Bragg. That might be his second. Yep, it's his second. So again, similar situation. From the first game, do they bring him off or they'll keep him on? They might just keep him on, I reckon. No action happening towards the bench. Bragg with the turnover. Now Augusta with the layup. So ball with Collapses. Now Strassma for three. Can't get that to go. Rebound there by Bragg as we're quickly up the floor here. So Bragg puts up the two. Can't get that one to go. So it's quickly end-to-end start for you. Both teams trading shots and baskets. Nash decides to try his luck and hits back on there. So Bragg, now Beveridge for 3. So there's a little bit of a feeling out process at the moment as both teams just trying to trade some shots. And we're a little bit stalemate here, 13-12. Good hands by Bragg. Timeout called, 2:32 remaining. Penguin up by a point, 13-12 is our scoreline. As we say, there's a few people out and about here today. So we've got the boys from Launceston right near us. We've just come off a loss to Southern Wolves. That was our first game of the day here on the show court. And of course our next game will be the BTAS High Performance team taking on Burnie. I'm pretty sure. We'll just double check that for everyone at home. When we find the right file. Here we go, there we go. Okay, let's yes, Burnie taking on the BTAS High Performance team. That's our third game from 2:30. Glenn Fairfield will join me in commentary. Here we're going solo these first couple of games. Again, a lot of activity happening around the courts as well too. Might just turn that mic down, seeing we've got the boys right near us as well too. So play to restart with Kingbourgh to inbound it through Nash. 2:32 remaining, and then White able to read that one, and then White just threw that pass off balance, and Strathmore able to recover. Here's Shepherd. You can see young Elroy in the lineup. Now Strathmore once again into his brother. So the Strathmore brothers combine and try to go for the drive. Ball goes out of play. The young fella won't get a call there either too, I don't think. He might have been looking for one. I don't think he was getting one. 11 on the shot clock here. Strathmore to restart. Pawson able to retrieve that one into Noah Strathmore and knocks down the mid-range too. So nice work there by Noah Strathmore. So Eden. Now Beveridge down low to White. So now back to Beveridge, who got partially rejected there by young Geordie Strathmore. Now Pawson with it. Pawson puts it to the floor. Now to Noah Strathmore for a back-to-back basket. And responds in kind. Kingbourgh up by 4, 17-13. Just on 100 seconds to play. So here's Augusta. Down low to White. And then rejected by Noah Strathmore. The two former Chargers teammates go at it. There on that play. And then... And fundamental error there sees Kingbourgh turn it. I thought the momentum was just starting to swing their way too a little bit. And that might be a momentum killer too for them. We'll see if Penguin can respond on this play. So Eden puts it to the floor. Now Beveridge. Eden, here's Augusta for 3. Can't get the 3 to go. And then last touch by Zach White. So Kingbourgh to get it back. So Strathmore tried to get into Pawson. The pass did pay off eventually, and Pawson able to get the 2 there. So Gusta putting to the floor, and then he lost a handle, but was fouled in the process. Be assessed on 15 there. I think that was on Elroy Shepherd. So Beveridge to restart us. Now to Augusta. So Augusta looking for White. White down low. Mismatch here, and then the foul on the play will be on Elroy Shepherd. Zach White knocks down the first. And knocks down the second. So margin back to 4. So Pawson exploring and gets the 2 to go. Nice work there by Elijah Pawson. Beveridge, now White, and then this White just lost his footing. And Kingbourgh get it back. So this should be the last play of the first quarter. Just under 10 seconds now as Pawson kicks it out of here to Strasma. Now Shepherd. Shepherd with the shot. Can't get it to go. And that will see us out. So first quarter saw a good early run by Penguin to start us off. But then Kingbourgh with a late fight back sees them up by 6 at quarter time. It is 21-15. They've decided to go for a 2-minute break. So we'll take a break ourselves and come back with the second quarter. Second quarter about to get underway here. There's people inquiring about any potential live streaming. Unfortunately, we're not streaming this weekend. Of course, you can see our games through the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel. And we will certainly be working on the next month or so to try to make sure we are streaming by a gala weekend. So that's the aim. We want to be streaming by a gala weekend. So we will be putting something towards the head honchos, that is for sure. Just to help us out a little bit, but if there's any corporate sponsors out there or any corporate people out there listening to us and like to chip in, please get in touch with us. We would love to hear from you because we just need as Jacob Richards goes for the 2, we just need a nice laptop and some streaming software and then we're right. So let us know. Meanwhile, we'll get back to the ball game now. That's my cheap plug for anyone out there willing to give us a bit of sponsorship. Please get in touch. Meanwhile, Nash with it now. Ball gets kicked across, shot clock at 10. Kingbourgh need to get busy here as Collapses tries to split for a couple. Finds his way out of it. Richards with the rebound. And now we're off and running. Margin back at 4, by the way, to 21-17 after that opening basket from Richards. He's Eaton, puts it to the floor. Kick out pass to Beveridge for 3. Not there. Rebound by Shepherd, who had to tiptoe a little bit. Nyhouse, and that will be Bragg's third personal. So 3 fouls quick here for Mason Bragg. So again, he'll have to play. He'll just have to be a tad less aggressive and try not to pick up his 4th early here. And the ball was out of bounds. The light blue lines at the Kingbourgh Sports Centre. Not the white line. Penguin bench with a rare smile. Meanwhile, Collapses. Nyhouse, kick out pass, but nothing there to no avail. Meanwhile, Beveridge with it now for Penguin as we come back down to high school end of the floor. Puts up the shot, couldn't get it to go. Beveridge with the rebound. He's Eaton. As the Launceston boys decide to jump ship and go look for some other. Oh, they might go look at some of the other games on Court 1 and Court 2. Of course, we've based ourselves here on Show Court all weekend. All weeks with you here. Glenn Fairfield to join us throughout the day. Nick Martin hopefully to join us throughout the day as well too. We'll get him a headset when he comes in. Hudson Bartlett down low, and good to see young Bartlett in this lineup as well too. Good opportunity for him to keep on improving. He's showing good form in under 22s, and good to see him get an opportunity here in State League as well. Of course, fun fact, his dad was a former Premier of Tasmania, Dave Bartlett, and of course Dave Bartlett Of course, also a former president of the Hobart Chargers as well too, and now helps run Swisher with Anthony Stewart and Mark Nash. And of course, not to take anything away from Hudson, by the way, who's doing quite a good job with his basketball career as well too, getting a good opportunity here this weekend. Eden with the ball carrying duties. Now here's Bragg. Bragg decides to go for it. Short on that one. Deegan with the rebound. Slowing this one down, James Deegan. Meanwhile, Pawson. Now Deegan for three. Short on that one. Now Beveridge up the floor here to Bragg. Into Eden, who spots up. In and out on that one. Fraser Eden can't believe it. The reaction says it all. And now collapses down the other end of the floor and drew a foul. So collapses at the line here for two. Good to see again. There's a few people out and about. Gets the first one to go. Fraser Eden, I think he's asking something there to the fans. Meanwhile, 23-17 is the scoreline. Kingbourgh still up by 6 here. Meanwhile, Eden this time for three is off on that one. Now collapses up the floor quick. Wraparound pass and a foul on the play. It's going to be assessed on Beveridge, who puts his hand up straight away. Substitution. Noah Strasmer coming in for Hudson Bartlett. It's a good quick little run there by Hudson. And play to restart. So Pawson decides to pull the trigger quick. And then Beveridge, did he lose the handle, go out of bounds? It looked like he stayed in. Done a pretty good job there. So Eden now with the ball carrying duties. Here's Beveridge. Now ball getting moved through Set's hands. We're with Richards now, looking for Beveridge. Goes to him and gets the two to go. So nice work there. So marching back at forward, 23-19. So Pawson, and then good hands there by Eaton as the ball nearly comes up to our broadcast area. Substitutions being made. Zach White and Josh Stafford coming in. Been a while since I've seen Josh, so good to see him suiting up as well too. So ball Pawson down low with Nyhouse. Nyhouse working his way through. Can't get the two to go. White and Nyhouse kind of collapsing bodies. And foul on the play here as the new BTAS BDO officers are in the building. Hello to you guys. Very good. Of course, they're here with the BTAS high performance team, along with, of course, Nick Martin as well too. Beveridge from downtown, can't get that to go. And good work there. Now Richards, nice step through and gets the two to go. Nice work there by Jacob Richards. We'll turn our effects mic up, send it to the launch system boys are out. We'll try and get a few sounds of the game as well too. As collapses, tries to split through a couple. And then an up and under play works. March back out to 4 where we just got it back to 2. Now Beveridge looking for the kick out. Here's White. Now Beveridge for 2. Yes. So ball quickly back up. Collapses going for back-to-back, but rejected by Richards. That got out, sent out of here. And Pawson couldn't get the 2 to go. Now Deegan for 3. Yes. And again, just you think for 1 minute here, Penguin just get that momentum, and then all of a sudden, Kingbourgh just come back at you like that. So it's a quick 1-2 hit. Deegs with the rejection, and then some kind of party trick to Pawson for the 2. And a quick little run here by Kingbourgh sees them up by 7, 30-23. So Beveridge. Now Richards down low. Nice pass in the Stafford for the 2. Nice play there by Penguin. Good weighted patience, I would say. And Kingbourgh slowing this one down a little bit. So Pawson pulls up for the J. Short on that one. And now Eden with it as we come back down the floor. So Eden, interesting dribble moves as Beveridge knocks down that one. So margin back to 2, 30-28. Good to see a few people coming in for a look as well too. So Deegan again for 3. Well, that bricked everything. Now Beveridge off and running. So Beveridge kick out and then trying to go for that quick hit play but couldn't get it. So ball back with Eden. Now Beveridge from downtown is no good, and then the save that couldn't happen for the Penguin Blues there. So here's Pawson, and ball goes out of play into the stands. Substitutions being made. Bragg and Augusta coming in. Nash coming in, I can see as well too. And so here's Bragg, now White. Ball getting moved around, now goes back to Bragg. Here's White for 3. In and out on that one. And then good work by Augusta, who puts up a miraculous party shot trick and gets that 2 to go. We're tied at 30 here, just under 3 minutes remaining before the major break. So Kingbourgh getting it through sets of hands. Now Strasmer. Here's Nyhouse, and then that's a poor pass. Bragg read that one well, and Bragg should get the layup. Deegan quickly running back early, and a timeout has been called by Kingbourgh. And what was a good little run by both teams. We're now back to a 2-point lead for Kingbourgh, 32-30, with 2:40 remaining in this second quarter. So a lot, as we mentioned, a lot happening around the courts. We've got games on the other courts at the moment as well too. We might be able to tell you we'll tell you what those games are. We'll quickly get that up on the monitor screen here. Here we go. So currently at the moment in the women's game, Launceston taking on Penguin on court number 1. On court number 2, Hobart and Wynyard in the men, and of course we're here on the show court for Penguin and Kingbourgh. And then of course next up will be Burnie taking on the BTAS high performance team. So play restarts quick with Horbus not knowing here, so Pawson with it as we come up the floor here. So Strasmer goes middle, but then good hands by Stafford. And now ball with Bragg, and then Deegan able to have a hand in that too, and able to get it back. And now nice pass in the Strasmer, rejected by White, and then Caleb Nash there for the scraps. He gets the 2 to go, so some entertaining play there, which sees us back to a tied ball game of 32 apiece. Just near on 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Bragg looking for his options, goes solo, can't get that to go. Ball quickly back up the floor here to Noah Strasmer, and that foul will be assessed on Zach White. So Noah Strasmer at the line. Of course, he was part of the Hobart Chargers squad early in the year, but decided to leave due to personal reasons. And, of course, good to see Noah back out on the floor as well too. And the last time we'd seen Noah's hair was quite long. And good to see he's had a bit of a haircut. And it looks far a bit more younger as well too now, just with that different hairstyle. And Zach White with the rare fumble. When we say rare, it's rare. Of course, the chairman of the boards, as we like to nickname him at the Hobart Chargers. So Deegan to restart. Into Nash. Nice play by the Kings who get the 2. Good execution and good play there, which sort of resulted in Nash getting that 2. So here's Bragg, kick out pass. Now to White. White drives, and it was a nice option there for Zach White. Good drive, split it through a couple. Now we'll get the 2. So the ball with Pawson. And ball last touch there, I think it was off Ambrose Augusta's knee. Elroy Shepherd coming in for James Deeg. So Strasma to Strasma, the brothers combine, and the 3 can't go for young Noah. Ball goes out of play. So Bragg. Yeah, here's Richards. Bragg for 3. Just flat on that one. Good rebound by Augusta. It's the 2 to go. And of course, we've seen that time and time again for our Hobart Chargers coverage as well too, as Strasma puts up the shot, but he drew the foul, and that's going to be assessed on Ambrose Augusta. Like we mentioned in the Chargers games, Ambrose Augusta was vital in the backup position and was very solid, getting some good rebounds and some cheap putbacks, which you need to give credit to. Just a knack of finding another way to score, and it was really good to see by Ambrose, and good to see him suiting up this weekend for Penguin as Geordie Strasman knocks down both. We're tied again at 36 here, under a minute remaining before the major break. As Bragg looks for his options and wanted to go to Richards, but that was picked off. Meanwhile, collapses with it, goes up, and then ball goes out of bounds. Zach White won a charge. Referee Nick Draper says you were in the circle, and so it's a no call there. And we will have a wet spot. Of course, no floor wipers here this weekend, so we may have to look for some towels and some helpers. So Augusta with the ball carrying duties here as we're ticked on the last 30 seconds here of the half. Bragg into Richards, and then good hands by Strasma. Ball goes out of play. So Penguin got 13 left on the shot clock. So Bragg putting it to the floor, goes up and gets it to go. He'll go to the line for 1. Good work there by Mason Bragg, who got the 2 to go. He'll go to the line for 1. And Mason Bragg, of course, who played with the Northwest Thunder this year in the NBL 1 South competition. And, of course, a veteran leader of that team. And, of course, the veteran leader of this team as well, too. Short-armed on the free throw. So this will be the last play of the quarter. As collapses now goes to Shepherd. Now ball getting kicked out here. Strasma to his brother Noah. So ball now with Shepherd. Collapses here. Good fake, and then the shot goes up. And Kingbourgh did a good job of doing everything right on the play. And that is Mason Bragg's 4th personal foul, which will see some extended time on the bench, you would think, at the half. And Collapses will go to the line for 3. .7 remaining here to round us out. Can't get the first to go. Ambrose Augusta staying in the case that maybe Clapper should have got 2 free throws instead. Saying that his foot was on the line. Referee Nick Draper thinking otherwise, he would say. Collapses, knocks down the second. And can't get the third to go, and that will see us out. So a very good first half here sees it's a Penguin. It's definitely Penguin up by 1. 38 plays 37. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more on the second half right after this. Second half just about to get underway here from the Kingbourgh Sports Centre. Penguin holding on to that 1 point lead as we are off and running. So Strasma with it. Now Nyhouse. Ball game moves around that shoehorn. Now Clapsis looking for Nyhouse down low. Clapsis puts it to the floor. Kick out pass. Strasma open for 3. Can't get that to go. And rebound by Richards and Eaton coming up the floor here. So White. Now Gusta. Back down to White low here as Penguin run a solid patient offense. Now White off glass, can't get it to go. Good rebound by Strasma. Now Claps is coming down the floor here. He's Deegan for 3. And gets the 3 to go. As Kingbourgh retake the lead here. Early stages of this third quarter. So Eden stepped out of bounds on that move. You can't believe it, the young fella. Of course, the light blue lines here at the Kingbourgh Sports Centre, especially on the show court. Of course, it's the red lines when we're out on court 1, court 2. So Deegan putting it to the floor and in good hands by Beveridge here, who got the steal. Now has Augusta in support and uses him well and gets the 2. So tied at 40. So both teams just with some fundamentals, whereas early on here, to a degree, just with poor execution on the passes really than anything else, as Clapsis gets rejected by Eaton. Now Richards up the floor quickly to Augusta once again and draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 1. Great transition play by the Penguin Blues, who retake the lead here and look to make it a 3-point play. So good work there by Penguin. So Gusta can't get the 3-point play to go. But anyway, again, they hold on to a slender 2-point lead. So Collapses. Now Strasma puts it to the floor, drives, lost his footing there and went down. Beveridge to Richards, now Gusto. I don't know what they're trying something there, which was never on. Collapses thought about it, now goes to Pawson at the corner. Wraparound pass was deflected. Now Penguin have it for Augusta here. So Augusta, nice fake. Now Augusta thought about it, slows this one down. And then good cut by Zach White for the 2. Again, good patience there by Penguin. And that will see a quick timeout called by Kingbourgh, because a quick run by Penguin has kind of railed them a little bit. And all of a sudden a 4-point ball game here. 44-40 as we come to you from the Kingbourgh Sports Centre. Again, nice little decent crowd in. We're seeing a few of the Bernie boys and the Big Taz boys down at the corner where I'm looking. Of course, they're up next. Of course, we've got the entire coaching staff of the BTAS High Performance team close to us. They've got their iPads, so they're doing a bit of scouting and filming. as well too. So there goes to show they're taking it to another level. That is for sure. Because we'd love to see the youngsters get through to Gala weekend, which is happening in November. Of course, that will be from the Elfin Sports Centre. We have round 2 of State League at the end of the month, coming to you from Devonport, and probably we will head out to Penguin or Alveston as the overflow venue. And again, lots happening around the state. Of course, Nick Marner was an assistant coach for the State Under 16 girls side. And of course, the next game will feature some of the boys played in that bronze medal winning game too. So it'll be good to mention some facts there as well. Play to restart, 7:16 remaining. So Collapsis, heavily guarded by Augusta. Now Pawson with him. Pawson. Now Strasma. Ball getting moved around here. Collapsis goes near halfway. Now goes back down. Collapsis working his way through. Good defensive sequence by Penguin, and able to pay off there with a rebound. Now Richards slows this one down. He's Eaton. So Beveridge, and then good work there by Strasma. Gustav pick up scraps. Eaton, extra pass, Richards. Richards now, he's white for 3. Just long on that one, back iron. Now Strasma down the floor here. And then good hands by Sack White to deflect that one. Ball quickly up the floor to Beveridge, who went a nice tap pass. And Richards, well, he tried to throw it down, but unfortunately couldn't get it. And then a quick foul on Collapses here. But maybe Jacob Richards got a bit too excited there. And just unfortunately mistimed it all. So another clanger. Not the first time this week we've seen it. Wouldn't be the last time we see another clanger. But anyway. So Jacob Richards will be at line for 2. All the players have a bit of a laugh. I assume that might be over Jacob's missed dunk. So, we do have a towel. Good work there by the boys. So we do have a towel, which is fantastic. So I assume there'll be a few wet spots here this weekend, especially with Showcourt. Showing all 6 men's games. Of course, game 2 of the 6-game marathon for today. We'll tick halfway in the next one. As Richards goes for the second and gets that one to go. So Gusta working his way through. Oh, sorry, that's Elijah Pawson, not Ambrose Augusta. Wrong team. And then the pass, and then he got coughed up there by Eden. So Kingbourgh's got to be careful how they pass this ball. And then good hands there. And Nick Draper saying it's off the leg, so we'll come back to Penguin here as we tick on 5:54 remaining. So Beveridge, and ball nearly comes up to us. So good work by Strasma, and then foul on the play here. It's going to be on Fraser Eaton. That will be his, what's that? It could be his second, no, third personal. Okay. So a couple of players in foul trouble at the moment. And then good work there by Kingston, and Collapses gets the 2. I think Beveridge might chart his finger. You do get them in the basketball. Larger back to 3. As Penguin look to extend the lead. Now Beveridge here, open for 3. This hasn't got it going yet. Richards gets the 2 to go. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 1. It's going to be on Nyhouse or Nash. It's going to be assessed on Nash. Nash can't believe it. He's got a smile on his face. He's wondering where it's... Anyway, foul is a foul. And Richards knocks down the free throw. So back out to 6 here. As Collapses tries to work his way through. He draws the foul and will go to line for 1 as well too. So end-to-end stuff here with and 1 plays. That's going to be on Joel Beveridge, who keeps his arm up. Substitutions, Geordie Strasmer coming in for Nyhouse. And can't get the one to go. So ball with Eden here. Now White puts it to the floor and good drive by Zach White again. That veteran play from the veteran player just can do it all just about. Zach White. He's certainly shown that time and time again. Shot goes up by Pawson. White with the rebound now. Eaton quickly here. Gusta goes for 3. Short on that one. Worked by Beveridge. Now Gusta tries his luck again. In and out on that one. And then bodies collide. No call made. So Nash with it as we come up the floor. Strasmer now to his brother Noah. And gets the 2 to go. So nice little floater there by Noah Strasmer. So Beveridge putting it to the floor, looking for Igusta down low, one-on-one with Strasmer. Now White from the free throw, just long, and good. And then again, bodies collide there. The stronger body of Zach White taking out Noel Strasmer there. Meanwhile, play continues as Igusta gets the 2 on the backdoor play. So they're keeping that margin at 6. So within a couple of baskets, and will be a wet spot they're going to attend to. Substitutions will be made. Jalen Beveridge is coming in for Jacob Richards, and Elroy Shepherd is coming in for Collapses. As Nick Draper gets the towel. Now, while we've got a chance as well too, referees are donning a new referee shirt this weekend too. Of course, all thanks to Archer, who do a great job with officials' apparel. And the referee tops look quite nice. Actually too, nice slick design, and thanks to the wonderful people at Archer, and of course the refereeing crew of course Marie French, our state referee coordinator, and of course Nick Draper, who's in a development officer role too for the referees. A fantastic job to get those shirts ready for State League. Elroy Shepherd from downtown, if you don't mind. It's one of the most interesting shooting styles you'll ever see, but can knock it down, that is for sure. And a foul off ball. It's going to be on Shepherd. It was a hold off ball. Kingston still have, I think, have one more foul before the penalty. So Penguin to restart. So Kingbourgh got one more foul, I think. And the next one, they send Penguin to the line if that's the case. So White puts it to the floor, goes up over Strasmer, but then Strasmer able to get the rebound off the miss, and then Beveridge and Pawson. Beveridge done well, knew where his teammates were, and that was done nicely. So Gusta. Now goes baseline, and offensive foul's been called. Just use that forearm a little bit there, Ambrose did. And good defensive position by Elroy Shepherd. And the buzzer went off in the background, so something's happened to, I believe that's the iPad course, Mark Nash on score table duty. We did offer him to come up for special comments, but kindly declined and wanted to do the team thing of being helping out with his team, which is very understandable. So no problems there. We're happy to run solo here today. Of course. So we're just trying to work out what's going on here. We think it's an iPad issue. It is an iPad issue. So they'll head over to Vanessa Westwood, who's doing the match manager duties out here. So I'll get that sorted. So while we've got a break and play, let's see who's around. Again, the B-Test staff are still here. They're still scouting and filming. A few of the Kingbourgh girls are here. I was going to say a few of the Bernie boys are down there. I can see, who goes here down there? We can see Jacob Furphy down there, of course, who was captain at the start on the 16 boys side. See Charlie Kay waving down there. She'll be playing, I have no doubt, this weekend as well too, because we're covering the girls tomorrow, covering the women's tomorrow. Of course, all on show court. There's only 3 games tomorrow here that we're covering. As both teams probably can be sent to the benches. I think this might take a little bit to go. And not a bad little crowd here. We've got a few people from Penguin down, of course, supporting, which is always great to see. Always a good travelling crew. And yeah. So 2:39 remaining, 52-49. Penguin up by 3. Now it'll be interesting to see if this break actually works out better for anyone else. If it works out better for Penguin or Kingbourgh, we'll soon find out. No, they're going to bring both teams back in. So play will just about get underway once again as young Geordie Strathmore will inbound this one in. So here we go. Good hands by Sack White, but the foul was committed in the end. And Sack White did reach in. I thought that was good hands from where we were, but referee Tom Woolcock saw it the other way around. Second personal for Sack White. Both teams at the limit. So next one we will go to the free throw line. Football Nation. Shot clock won't change. There's Pawson now into Bartlett. Kick out to Geordie Strathmore for 3. Yes. And that will get the Kingston bench up and about. We're tied at 52. And that will do the confidence for the youngster quite well, I reckon. So Eden looking at his options. He's got Beveridge here at the top. Decides to respond for the 3. Can't. And then Gusta tries to do something and retrieve it. And then the pass went deflected, and now Shepherd with it. So Shepherd goes to Bartlett. Bartlett working down low, and then poor pass there sees a turnover. Now Beveridge to Eaton. Eaton wrap around into Augusta. Nice play by Penguin. That's good transition there. Again, good running by Penguin, and then good hands there by Eaton, who needs numbers in support. He's got White. White goes up and gets the 2 to go. If it was clear, I'm sure he would have threw it down for us, because we've already seen the big fella, Engerstein, throw a few down in the previous game. And then good work by Eaton here on Shepherd. And now here's White. Can we get it this time? We got the layup in the end. Drew the foul on Pawson. Sack White will go to the line for 1. And Penguin on a quick little run here. Sees them back up by 6, looking to make it 7. And let's hope Sack White's okay. Maybe he just need a little bit longer on the ground. But he's okay. So plenty of action happening both ends of the floor. And another wet spot. As the iPad still has some issues by the looks of it. So I think the break might have done Penguin a few favours there, because that has put them on a kind of 6-sip run since we were tied at 52 thanks to the Geordie Strasma 3 here at the corner down the upper end. And certainly swung. Again, this game has swung. It's been a game of momentum swing, so to speak. So, again, we're just making sure that the iPad is, or something is up to scratch up there. So, swaying, see. Hudson Bartlett and Reza Gusta just having some friendly words in the break. In that iPad just wanting to issues. Tory October, of course, who's the loudest guy for this Penguin team. Certainly talking it up down there. Nick Draper just having some words with Noah Strasma on a few things as well too, as we just call as we see here. Of course, you can check out all our games through the West Coast Ball Connection YouTube channel. Of course, you click on any game that you might see throughout the weekend. We'll have all the games on the show called here. We're a marathon of games, 6 games today, 3 games tomorrow. Marathon of filming. Of course, JB in tomorrow with us. Of course, that is Sunday. And we'll have Glenn Fairfield in for our next game as well too. So both teams being sent to the huddle once again because the iPad has somewhat kind of gone on us. So we'll have to get that rectified. Might be the battery. It looks like they're grabbing a charger. So while that is happening, both coaches are actually now talking to their team. So wise move there rather than wait for anything else to happen. So Penguin with a good run there in that last minute or two, as we mentioned earlier. Again, that game just swung back into Penguins' favour. Meanwhile, for Kingbourgh, they just lost their way a little bit. I feel like both teams have really just found each other's weaknesses on the defensive end and then been able to attack that nicely. So it's for one that I think this last quarter is going to come down to who can really break this kind of buffer and make it into a double-digit buffer. Because I think if we keep it in within single digits, I feel like this game could go either way. But if one team can take control early here, then we'll see. Then I think that might be the taking right there. So. So plenty happening down court. Looks like it's one of the French boys there, just grabbing tennis ball. Obviously, a bit of Ernie boys have got tennis ball. I can see Sam Pulford down there as well too. Looks like he's coaching Bernie, or could he be playing? We'll soon find out in the next game. He's got a Bernie top on, so in State League and the under-22 competition always seem to have some movers and shakers around the place. That is for sure. So. Plenty happening. So again, the iPad is, looks like both the Collapsus boys are there at the scorer's table. And I think it could be an issue with the system. So if this is the case, what we might do, with a minute 15 to go, we might just, while they're doing that, we might take a quick break, I think, because we can only blabber on for so long here. We might do, take a quick break, and then we'll come back when the game has restarted. Right, we're back. Okay. So Zach White here at the line to complete the three-point play, and it was worth waiting for after a few minutes break there. So margin back out to 7 here. So Collapsus now getting trapped pretty well there. So Pawson now gets it. Again, a good double team as Eden able to pick that one off nicely. Eden to White. White now back to Eaton. I think they were trying that quick hit play once again. Beveridge puts it to the floor. And then, nice hezzy and nice move by Joel Beveridge, but couldn't get that to go. And then Collapses nearly lost it again. And Collapses now, he's Strasmer. Puts it to the floor. Shot clock at 8, so Kingbourgh need to get busy here as Strasmer finds a way through, puts it up, can't get it to go. Bartlett nearly got the rebound, wasn't able to get it, and now the ball with Penguin. So final play here, we will talk through the three-quarter time break as well too, seeing that we lost a bit of time due to the break as well too. So Beveridge looking for White here. White decides to pull the trigger, can't get that to go. And Strasmer with the O board. I don't think that will, no, that never made it all. Three-quarter time sees Penguin up by 7, 59-52. And we've had some technical issues throughout the game. And there's Nick Draper, or gives the, I think he gave the camera a bit of ground right there. The iPad just having some issues, so Charlotte Collins in, who's one of the administration officers for Basketball Tas. She's in, and we're trying to sort out the issue here as well too. So Penguin, with that late kind of run in the fourth, able to swing the game back to their momentum, and certainly showing that they are certainly not out of this by a long shot. And again, they've made the final the last couple of years as well too. So Penguin have been a bit of a powerhouse in this men's competition. And they're certainly shown why they're up there. Again, a good, solid team with with some good veterans, some good youth as well too, and really fantastic to see. And of course, Mal Beveridge has been coaching forever. I can't think of the number of years that he's been coaching, but certainly has really got this team in good form. And we hopefully will see them at Gala Weekend coming up in November. Of course, big weekend in November when we do get Gala Weekend coming around. Lots happening. We have the semi-finals on Saturday, grand final on the Sunday. We have a coaches' clank. We have a few other things as well too that all happen around in the building. Of course, we cover the coaches' clank and of course all the finals games. So plenty of action happening on Gala Weekend, and we will definitely be there, regardless if it's streamed or not streamed. I can tell you that for sure. So final quarter just about to get underway here. Mason Bragg is finally checked back into the game after pretty much sitting out the entire third quarter. Of course, playing with 4 fouls at the moment. So Coach Mal Beveridge decided to start him in this fourth, and let's see how he goes. Obviously, Kingbourgh will be ready to go at him on the defensive end. There's no doubt about that. So White. Now Beveridge into Eden, now White. Nice play by Penguin. Again, good passing and execution on the play. And that was well drawn up. So the ball with Pawson. Now nice pass from Nyhouse into Strasmer. Good play there. So a little bit of response in kind there. As both teams just trade two good plays there. So here's Eaton, puts it to the floor, goes up, can't get that two to go. And then collapses with it now as we come back down to the high school end of the floor. Pawson for three. Just long on that one. Bragg with the rebound. So Bragg able to keep that dribble alive, and then drew the foul on collapses there, just for that reach. Of course, I'm not sure if we can pick that up in the effects mic, but the sights and scenes of the courts here. We've got a baby crying in the background, which is always lovely. Meanwhile, Beveridge gets the two. It's a nice thing. We have no doubt the baby is enjoying the basketball. That is for sure. 63-54. So Pawson puts it to the floor now. Goes up. Can't get that two to... Oh, he did get that two to go, sorry. Good drive there. So margin back to 7. Beveridge, and in good hands by Strasma, but able to recover. Now Bragg with it. So Bragg looking for that option. Tough floater. Gets that 2 to go. That reminds me a lot of Tyler Harvey for the Royal Hawks, who just throws up that floater from about free throw range and can knock it down. And Nathan Bragg did the same thing. Meanwhile, Pawson from deep can't get that to go. Beveridge, he lost it. Now Bragg with it. So back up the floor here. So Bragg. Now White. Yes. Zach White from the mid-range gets the 2 to go. So margin out to 11. So we did speak about this. If any team can get into that double-digit lead, we think it might be a tad hard to come back from. I mean, good work there by Penguin to turn that one over. Bragg into White and just couldn't time that one right. And timeout has been called by Kingbourgh, who are down by 11 at the moment, 67-56. As we've got 6:58 to go here in the last. And of course, so just having a look around. Again, a nice little group of, I would call them groups of crowds. So there's a good little group on my right, and then there's a good little group on my left here. So, and then now looking into near the foyer area, we can see the BTAS boys looking to get ready for their game. Of course, plenty happening here at the Kingbourgh Sports Centre as well too, I should mention. Up in the top level here of the Sports Centre, I can see, not that we'll get the camera to pan up there, but a bit of gymnastics happening up at the top there, what it sounds like. People balancing on ropes or doing something with ropes and working on their core strength and balance. So plenty happening at the Sports Centre. Of course, there's a actual gym down on the lower level here as well too. Of course, you've got basketball right smack bang in the middle, of course, and then the full gymnastics area next door to us as well. Meanwhile, back at the ball game here, Pawson with it. Looking to go low into Nyhouse, and it was a good option as Tom Nyhouse gets the 2 to go. As the pass did pay off in the end there. So kick out pass here from Bragg to Richards, in and out on that one, and then the rebound on the play. It was knocked out of bounds. So Kingbourgh to get it back, down by 9 at the moment. So Strasma decides to go for it. Can't get that 2 to go. Now White tries his luck from deep. He can't get that 3 to go either. So collapses with the ball as we come back down the floor here. Thought about it. Now the ball back to Nash for 3. Missed everything. Here's Bragg, kick out to Beveridge this time for 3. As both teams just trade shots as we're just going up and down. Not the best of basketball at times. That was a bit better there. Pawson in the Strasma for the 2. So back to 7, here we go. Just ticked on halfway. Mason Bragg, just apologies there if you heard me explain him. I think he realised can happen at times in basketball, that's for sure. Richards down low, strong, and gets the two to go. Great work by Jacob Richards down low, who was very strong underneath there. Good use of his body and strength to get that two. So Pawson trying to split for a couple, and then again, good hands here by Penguin. Richards able to save it. Here's Bragg. Bragg with dash to beat and gets the two. So back out to 11. So Pawson from deep, yes. So back to 8. So Penguin looked to probably slow a few possessions down here, you'd think, while Kingbourgh tried to up the ante on the defensive end. Nice pass into White and drew the foul on Strasmer. And this is a good heads-up play there with Bragg drawing the defender and then White on that middle cut. As Fraser Eaton looks to check back in, he'll come in for Joel Beveridge. So Zach White at the line for 2. It's the first one to go. And gets the second one to go. So ball with Strasmer for 3. Couldn't get a go. Good work by Nyhouse. Now Strasmer tries his luck again, short on that occasion. Meanwhile, Bragg slows this down. So Bragg, yeah, his options, kick out pass, Eaton, extra pass, Richards, can't get the 3 to go. And then good work by Bragg. There's a miscommunication between the Kingbourgh boys. As Bragg slows this one down. It looks like a quick kind of horn set here. Is Eaton now for 3. Yes. Fraser Eaton from downtown, which gets the Penguin bench up and about. Margin out to 13. Pawson for the response. Not there. So Richards now Bragg. So Bragg kick out pass. Eden looking for an extra pass to Bragg. Bragg thought about it, decides to turn it down. Now Bragg, and then tried to move on Pawson and lost the handle. Collapses and good hands by Eaton into Richards for the 2. And 2:50 something to go, and then the clock went berserk as timeout's been called. And we'll get that rectified. And timeout being called by Kingbourgh, who need a timeout kind of desperately here. And need to quickly reel this back. Yes, 2:50 to go. Yes, that's about right. So Kingbourgh will need to fix up a few things quickly here, especially more on the offensive end. They're just, again, finding their way into a little bit of trouble where Penguin have been able to pounce and been able to read the defence quite well and make that all happen. Meanwhile, for Penguin, like as we mentioned, it's more about if we got into a double-digit lead, it was going to be hard to kind of come back into it, and I think we are seeing that now. Margin out to 15, it was at 11, then got back to 8, and then it went back out to double digits. So, yes, fair to say this game might just about near be done from, I think, can Kingbourgh get one more run in them? That is the question. So play to restart, 2:50 to go here. And now Collapsis picks it up and we'll start that clock. So Strasma puts it up, can't get the 2 to go. Here's Bragg, now White from that free throw, yes. Vintage Zach White, that mid-range J has always been proved pivotal for him over the years. And certainly has proved here today as well too. Young Geordie Strasma putting it to the floor. Nice drive, young fella, gets the 2 to go. He's Eaton off the curl cut. Now Stafford back into the game. An extra pass here as Eden attacks the rim, puts up the floater, can't get that 2 to go. And now Clapsis with it. We come down the floor here. Strasma for 3. Yes. So back to 12, but I think we, unless a quick stop here, looks like Penguin are going to insert Tory October into the game as well too, which would be interesting because if he scores, look out, the whole bench and crowd will go off. Bragg for that floater once again. White for the putback, couldn't reel it in. Meanwhile, Strasma reeled that one in himself. Here's Pawson, and the 2 should go. And I thought we were going to have a sub there, but no. I think they're going to allow the clock to run. And then was the ball out of bounds. Referees didn't see it that way as Bragg slows this one down. We wonder if Tour October will get into the game. We're just on a minute here remaining. Now Richards down low. It's a good pass inside. So Strasma couldn't put the moves on. And Bragg slowing this one down. Oh, I think Coach Malbury is just bringing Tour October back to the bench. I don't think unless they get a quick stoppage. So White. Now back to Bragg. Bragg. And then nice work there by Jacob Richards, who gets the 2. And Strasman looking to attack the rim here, and does. And I think game clock and shot clock are in unison, so they may just play this one out here. Bragg just decides to dribble this one out. Shot clock at 10, but that is no need. I think both shot clock and game clock will expire at the same time here. We'll soon find out. There we go. So full time here from the Kingbourgh Sports Centre sees Penguin win this one by 12, 84-72. And what was a pretty good game for most of the way. Once one team got that double-digit lead, as we said in the commentary, I think we're going to find hard for the other team to kind of come back into it. But good credit to Kingbourgh, who put up a really good fight. I'm sure they'll bounce back in the later games as well too. That will wrap us up for game number 2. And on behalf of the entire crew here at the West Coast Ball Connection, we'll sign off for now and we'll come back to you for the third game shortly.